You hear the expression, God, I wonder what these streets would say if they could talk. Sarasota Street Talk is making the streets talk, and we're recording what they're saying. So that, to me, that is what Sarasota Street Talk is all about.
Sarasota Street Talk is to introduce people of the surroundings.
We're literally right now, we're downtown Sarasota, and we hear people all around us telling different stories. Those are the streets talking.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning, Mark. How's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for asking.
We got another beautiful day here in downtown Sarasota.
It is a gorgeous day here. We're here in the corner of Main Street and Lemon. My name is Mark Klecka. I am a realtor here at Coldwell Banker here downtown Sarasota. My partner in crime to my left, your right is?
My name is Scott Maloff, mortgage broker at Summit Lending Solutions.
And so being that we're live here on the street doing this, we always end up having some kind of a glitch of some sort. So right now one of the cameras went down, but you know what? We're flexible, and so we're figuring out. So we're going to have to get real too close. We're going to have to get real close like we like each other right here.
I showered. How about you?
I did not. I do it usually later on in the day.
But we're in front of Parker's Books and Gator Club.
Who are gracious enough to allow us to do this each Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in beautiful downtown Sarasota.
Absolutely.
So sometimes we have guests on, but primarily the entire focus of this is the people of downtown. Like behind us, kind of skewed because of our camera thing, is if the streets of Sarasota could talk, what would they say? Everybody here are the streets of Sarasota. Everyone here has history. Everybody has a story. We've met amazing people here. Just by people coming down here, sitting down, just taking the chair, and they're always welcome to.
Yeah.
And we just get some amazing content.
It all started out with exclusively people just walking up and us having to tackle them to come and talk to us.
Stare them uncomfortably down, and they'd come and sit with us and tell us where they've been, and just turns into a lot of fun.
And then we started scheduling known people from the community.
No, but it's fun.
Business owners, musicians, artists, mayors.
Yeah, they come, and it's just because it's a good forum right here on the streets, and I think it's a little bit entertaining, and it's a way to get messages out immediately to people around. Right. So I think it's fun. But enough about that. So let's go ahead and let's turn this around.
First scheduled guest.
Yep.
Right?
And let's go ahead and do this. See, we're gonna
flip that.
Yep. And we want to welcome Ms. Chris Voelker here. And if you wouldn't please mind just introducing yourself again, and then what you do, and what you're doing here within the community.
Absolutely.
And of course, I got a shotgun of questions I'm going to ask you.
I'm sure you do, and I'm happy to oblige. I am Chris Voelker, and I'm a city resident. I own a couple of businesses that I'm very proud of, and I'm also chairman of the board of directors of the Downtown Improvement District. Also, I sit on the board of the Sarasota Chamber of Commerce. So I'm a little involved in the city.
And the Humane Society, too, from what I understand, right?
I was chair of the board of the Humane Society of Sarasota County for 8 years. Dogs are, honest, that's my big love.
Right. Are you still active with that?
I don't have the time right now, but it's in great hands.
I was about to say, how would... Like, I'm looking over...
2 restaurants, chamber,
it's not like...
DID.
Yeah, and then... and then your involvement, and so your husband, and here we go. We got a picture. Well, so we got a picture of you right there. Okay, so there's Chris, but then also your husband Kirk, being a doctor, right? He
is.
So you guys are very involved with contributions to the hospital as well, right?
We are. We are very involved in that campaign. Thrilled that our 4 candidates made it through the primaries with astounding results.
Good.
So it's good for the hospital. It's good for the community. There's not a better. We are so proud of our hospital, and we're lucky. I talk to people in the restaurant all the time, and I'll ask them a lot of reasons of why did you come here? You're new to Sarasota, and that's always a consideration for people. Good health care right here in our own backyard. So it's not just good; it's really outstanding.
Right.
They lots of accolades nationally and internationally for our little local Sarasota community.
Memorial.
Sure. So I would imagine then the restaurants, though, they take up most of your time, though. Would you think so? Or is it hard to spread them out over?
They do. This is election
right?
time, and I'm really involved with all that's going on in the city. But the restaurants are a 7-day-a-week job, so start and end right there. It's every day.
Right.
I think most small businesses, though, actually work 7 days a week. It's just that our properties are open 7 days a week. So it's more challenging, I think, in that regard.
Yeah, no, I respect you immensely for being able to spend that time, given the time that you hit with both the restaurants and the DID and all, because that's a full-time, I would imagine a full-time, maybe not being there physically, but mentally
you're always
you
working
always
on it.
have to work on it. You're always
Absolutely
figuring
true.
out,
Yeah.
and be at meetings and all that.
Yeah. There's a lot happening in the city. As we all know, in the last 10 years,
Yes.
it's been amazing change.
Absolutely.
Anybody who was here when I got to Sarasota 20 years ago, this is not that. This is not that downtown. So,
Well-
yeah, it's exciting.
Now, the DID has a pretty interesting footprint, though, doesn't it? As far as
Yeah, they do.
because I think I overheard you. Well, actually, no, you spoke at our economic conference.
Right.
At one time, and you were explaining how it was just kind of like down here to Main Street,
Yes.
and then down here to Pineapple,
To
and
Goodrich.
and then over.
And
yeah.
there's a little bump outs. I'm not sure how that map got done. Actually, it was created in 2005, the Downtown Improvement District. What was really, I think, a very noble gesture from the property owners. 2005 was a financial disaster, right? Everybody was feeling it. I was out of tenants in my own little spaces that I own on State Street. So everybody was feeling it. The city had no money to pay for the things that the downtown property owners felt they really should do. So instead of just moaning about it, they decided to tax themselves and create a self-taxing district. That's unheard of, right? Let's just tax ourselves more money so that we can create this district and help the city with the things that they need. And since 2008, they've done just that, averaging a minimum of $800,000 a year in tax increments that are pushed right back into the city.
Wow.
So it's a board of 5 people. We're all property owners. We're also all business operators. So we can look at the long view, being property owners, and also at the day-to-day feet on the ground here.
Sure. And now, is that a fixed number of individuals that can join, or can somebody else join?
It is a fixed
I know-
number. It's 5. The board is comprised of 5.
So someone has to leave before somebody else can come in?
Right,
Okay.
yeah. There are terms.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Because I saw that Ronnie Sugar, is he recently came onto the board, or
Yes,
'cause he's doing a lot downtown?
He
Yeah.
has. He's a great success here, and we're happy to have him here. We're happy to have him on the board. So yeah, he's doing a lot. He's moving and shaking, that guy.
Yeah,
He
so-
is.
Yeah, everybody cannot wait. And I've been okay. I'll admit it too. I've been stalking him and his in the champagne bar over
Right.
here.
Everybody's
Because
excited
just,
about that.
Yeah, bated breath waiting for that to open.
Right.
I think it's like what, late November now, early December, late
Thinking
November.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so
been a long,
it's
kind of
gonna-
a long project, but it's gonna be great.
It's going to be really
gonna be great.
cool.
Yeah.
Something very different.
Right.
I love that he's brought something unique
Mhm.
into that little space. It's going to be elegant and exciting.
And then he's got that building on Palm right there, I guess,
Right.
across from Cargiulio's, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But he's got, I guess, those spaces in there too. So
Yeah, he's got a couple of eateries coming into the small spaces there. Yeah.
So,
So-
in oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm being a little newer. Mark's been here like what, 60,
Like
50,
80,
60, 100 years?
80, 90 years, yeah.
40 years, 20
Since
years.
1980.
I'm like 2.5 years.
Oh.
So,
You know
you're
as
a
many
newbie.
people
so
as I do.
I'm just learning about everything. But
Yeah.
I was here when Beso opened.
Oh.
So
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the restaurants if you
Oh,
can. Just-
Beso, it was in the making probably about 5 or 6 years,
Okay.
in my mind.
right.
COVID was in there somewhere too, so that kind of stopped my thinking right there. We were in survival mode then. But so we thought about, I wanted to have a tapas restaurant. It was in my mind to have a tapas restaurant because we really don't have one. We used to have one ages ago. If you were here, you know that, Mark. And it was very popular, but it closed. And I wanted it to be something that was fresh and new. So I actually went out to California. I'm from California, and checked out a bunch of restaurants there. So I got some ideas for concept. Went to Barcelona and checked out those places, and then finally, frankly, bit the bullet, bought the properties, and said, we're going to do this. it was way more than I thought it was going to be.
It always is, right?
It always is,
On
right?
paper, it looks fantastic, but then it's like, God, where did this come from?
It was I'll never do
Where did
this
this
again.
cost come from?
Yeah, it was crazy, but it really was something that I wanted to do for a long time. I went to New York City, and in Manhattan there was a place called Amore y Amato, which is love and amato. So I loved it. It was there late night. It was so cool. It was just Amaros. And that was another piece. I said, you know what? I want to bring Amaros to Sarasota. We don't have anything cool like this. So everywhere I went, I picked up pieces that kind of ended up being what it looks like and what it feels like. The food. I love that style of eating. It's communal. We share everything. I really dig that because I always want to taste everybody else's food. So this is perfectly set up for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just want to remind everybody we're talking with Chris Voelker here, who is the proprietor of Besso.
Besso.
Is that Besso,
Yes.
right
Besso
here at
means
the base of the mark.
Means kiss.
It means
Yep.
kiss.
Yep.
Yes.
And then also State Street Eating House over here on State Street on the left-hand side across from Bricks, right across from there.
Right.
So thank you so much again for being here. So I guess I had a question as well as with all the activities that have happened with the DID, and what are you most proud of? Like, what do you think, what accomplishment do you think, and I'm sure there's many, but like, is there something that you can maybe say, that was tough and we really saw it and we got that accomplished and now we're that much better for it?
Yeah, I think one of the most visible contributions to this city is the flowers in bloom that we did. Those beautiful baskets that you find all over the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain the impact. You just see them; they're beautiful.
Yeah.
But it took a while to get there, and to be honest, it's an expense. It's we've got people going out watering and changing, and that all costs
at
money.
4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep,
I
see
see
them.
them.
I've seen
I
them
see them on my
myself,
run.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
do a great job,
they're
and
always out
it
there.
makes a difference in this city. I
Mhm.
always think of downtown Sarasota like the jewel of Sarasota. So anything that we can do to make it more in that line, I'm for it. But we also do things like help the city today. Even today, 2008 was when we started. Even today, we're still helping the city with street cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
We also do all the alley cleaning.
Yeah, I was going to mention that too, because a lot of the things that we see here, we take for granted.
Right.
And so I do so I go out really early and I run in the morning and all this, which is silly. But at the same time, okay. We have to salute our troops there for a second.
Right.
It's the things you don't see that kind
Right.
of keep this as nice a city as it is. The street cleaners, sanitation department. I mean, we can have a street party here at the Gator Club on a Friday night, Saturday morning, or New Year's Eve, for instance. In the morning, you would not even know there was a party that night.
I know. It's
at
amazing.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hard workers. So those watering the plants, the sanitation, all that kind of stuff, huge things.
It's all
keeping-
piece parts
Yeah.
of what make the city what it is, and why people come here and say, "Wow, this is so quaint. Oh, it's so pretty."
Yeah, it
That's
just
why
doesn't
we're here.
happen.
Yeah,
There's people behind that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a feeling. So thank you so much for coming on the show here.
You're certainly welcome.
Okay?
I appreciate the opportunity.
I'm gonna let you ask the big question, which is
We're
so
not
ironic.
asking it.
No,
We
it's,
already know the answer.
it's so ironic. So what we do?
Wait. There's a big
Yeah,
question.
big
All
shot.
right, big
Well,
question.
yeah, we make it sound like a big
Yeah,
deal.
we try to-
you know,
we
hot
hype it
seat,
up,
We're
we
gonna
hype
put you
it
on the
up.
hot seat, but I think it's
It's gonna be
pretty
ironic
it's
with
pretty
you,
given-
though.
It's
It's gonna be
ironic
ironic.
today.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you can do it.
So we always ask our guests before they leave, what are your 2 favorite restaurants?
Downtown. Your 2 favorite restaurants
If
downtown.
you say anything but your 2, I'm
yeah.
shocked.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Let me think about that. Oh, wait,
We
that
could
would
put
be
you on the
State
hot
seat.
Street
I've heard-
Eating House,
Yeah.
which has been there for 12 years now.
Okay.
And Besso, my new
Besso.
baby. Yeah, year and a half.
Yeah, no, they're
Spanish G&T.
Oh,
at
it is the
Besso
best.
is the best. Remember you?
Oh
The
yeah,
G&T,
yeah.
the gin
I
and
did
tonic?
have that.
Oh,
that
Spanish gin and
I've had
tonic is to die for. First time I ever had it was there, and the only place I'll go is there.
We've tried to get to reproduce that. I've tried it other places. So, and I'll say it. Corona Bar. Nope. Nowhere
somebody
close.
else, I think, had it on the
there's
menu
a secret ingredient or
Called
something.
but it was like
that we're not
really
allowed to
good.
hear about it.
Yeah.
I have never liked gin and tonics ever in my whole life.
I'm not a big fan.
Until that one.
Until that
but
one.
that one,
Refreshing.
it's a gem.
I was running late, we were all meeting over there. I was running late, and somebody ordered me a drink.
It was me.
And I was running late. Oh, you ordered it?
I
for
ordered
me?
for you, but I knew it was too. It was too early.
G&T, and I'm running late, and he's like, starts drinking. He goes, "Oh my god."
Yeah, well, I knew you're gonna be running late, and your bartender's like, "Oh no, this is way too early. Like this is gonna be watery. Right. It's gonna be." I'm like, "Oh, I'll take it. That's fine, whatever." And it was delicious. Yeah. It was so good. So I had a couple more.
Yeah, I don't know their secrets, and I wouldn't share them if I knew them.
I know.
But it is an
it's
amazing drink. Yeah.
So good, so good. But hey, thank you so much again for being on the
You're
show.
welcome.
And you picked two great restaurants.
Thank
Those
you.
Were good
I
ones.
appreciate that.
Thank you for putting up with the little. Watch your step there, sir. You might. I don't want to be sued. I don't want to be sued.
Okay, would you look at that?
All right, real quick.
All right, there you go. How's that?
I'm such a good photo guy.
All right.
Thank you.
That's our friend Raphael.
And thank you so much for putting up with the little intricacies of what happens on live and all that. So,
all right.
Thank
you. We'll see you. I will see you.
Plans for Besso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'm going to be in there for a G&T pretty soon.
I'm probably going to do so as well. Probably will. What's that?
Thank you for your support.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to October. And I talked to Joe about the, I guess there's a special thing, and Scott knows about it.
That's right.
And we're going to do that.
Really
We're going to do that one.
All right.
However we can help, just please let us know.
It's going to be great.
All right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip it around the one time here to us because it was hard to flip it back and forth just this way. So
Here we are.
see, this is what is so much fun, being out on the streets here doing this, because not only can we talk to the people who are Sarasota.
Oh, wait.
You know what? Why don't you go do that? Why don't you go do that?
Go ahead. Introduce yourselves.
And why don't you make the introduction?
They did. She did. Chris did it. That's okay.
Okay.
My bad.
All right. So anyway.
Yeah,
so to be able to meet people
anyways,
like
and
Chris,
introduce other businesses
to other businesses, and just people helping people.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So anyway. Have a fantastic.
Take a break.
We'll take a break.
All right.
And we'll come up back with a new guest, and then later.
Words.
Just to make an announcement. So at around 12:15, if one's wondering what this contraption is right here in front of us, we're going to be doing a live cold plunge, right here, right on the street, right here in front of Gator Club.
In front of Sarasota
We
Street
are
Talk.
going to jump into 45-degree water right in front of us. I don't know why, but it is what we're going to do. So.
All right. We'll be back.
That being said, we'll see you in 2 and 2.
All right. Make good choices.
Make good choices.
Make good choices.